Hi, today we're going to do something really fun. We're going to create 1, 2, or 3 monsters together, and we're going to get inspired by a book that I have sitting over there. But first, I'm going to show you that I am here in Aseprite. I have my Aseprite open, and I just have like a basic layer. I'm not going to mess with any of the palette stuff on the side here, because what we're actually going to do is we're going to go to a very helpful tool, which is called lowspec.com. And they have a section that has color palettes. And this is actually what we're going to do. We're going to scroll around here until we find a palette that we want to use. Immediately this bus seat patterns one is sticking out to me. This one is actually really cool looking. Wow. You know what? I think we could actually make something really interesting with this because there's only 9 colors, so it's kind of limited. The colors of these, I like the contrast that we got going here. I like the vibrancy of the colors. So I think this is the one that we're going to go with. Let me jump over to the book and let's look through this book and see if we can get inspired by some of the monsters in it. This is the Dragon Quest 25th Anniversary Encyclopedia of Monsters. My fiance got me this for Christmas a couple years back. Dragon Quest is one of my favorite series and definitely a huge inspiration for me. But let's look in here and see if we can get inspired. This is one of my personal favorites, the Slime Knights. Not a lot of these guys are really calling out to me. Oh my god, never mind. These 3 are amazing. Wow, I think that's the best one. These guys are awesome. I love that. Let's go back to the computer and let's get to work. All right, I found our guy on the internet. His name is WizPip. So I'm just going to save this palette. I just did a PNG image 32x. And then in Aseprite, I'm just going to go over to where I downloaded it. And we have our palette now in Aseprite. There is the palette feature, which they'll appear over here on the left, but honestly, I've never used it. Just never got used to it, and so it feels weird to me to use it, so this is just what I do. Copy this image of WizPip, and then if you do File New, it's automatically going to set it to whatever you have copied, so then you can just copy and paste stuff really easily. So we'll have this guy kind of as our reference for what we're going to draw. We're not going to draw something that looks exactly like him, but I'm definitely going to use him as inspiration for something that I draw. So I want to make something that's kind of like tubular. Not tubular, tubular. He's going to be a little tubby guy. Let's just grab this color and start to draw an outline. So I'm maybe going to do like some little feet like that. We're going to go with this blue color for the skin, kind of similar to good old WizPip there. And then I'm just going to start drawing. I usually just draw and then kind of carve things out as I go along. I always love to go with an outline first. I guess this would be this guy's feet, which these are kind of huge feet. So I'm going to actually bring his feet in a little bit. We're going to have him be standing in a very silly position where he's kind of like doing like a this, maybe? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Go one up, this, and like that. Like this. I'm kind of just giving it a really fat head, which I do not like this shape. I'm gonna just grab it and kind of drag it up like that. So now we have this thing that looks kind of peculiar. No, I don't like the look of that. So I'm gonna drag this up so this can be the head. We want the belly to be a bit larger. Just gonna kind of make this kind of rotund shape to the body. And now we kind of have like a little tiny feet, big belly, and big head. Personally, not a big fan of the double wide pixels like that. If I do that, now this is just kind of looking like a person. Some big feet, flip that, swap it over. Now this guy's got some big old feet. The arms are gonna like come up like this, kind of. Now he's like, yay! Also gonna give him a little bit of a point to the hands. So you can kind of put a pixel in the corner to kind of make things look a bit sharper. So WizPip has this hat, which I really like, and I think I want to take this nice contrasting pink color and make a pink hat on this guy. So I could kind of go like that, which looks really ridiculous. Doesn't look good at all. But it's a process. You got to start somewhere, and then you kind of just make the proportions make more sense as you go along. I think in this case, it'll be funnier if his hat is like way too big for his head. I'm gonna do a little bit of light shading. I'm just gonna grab that darker color and put it under the hat like that, so there's some shading. And then also on the edges of the neck. We don't have a lot of colors to actually shade. The most shading that we have is white to black. You could also use the white to be a bright color. So if I wanted to do something like that, maybe on the tips of the feet, that could also be used as well. Now, should we give this little guy a belly button? We definitely want to give this little guy some eyes. That looks ridiculous. Some bigger eyes, no mouth, bigger eyes, tiny mouth like that. My process, I'm usually like all over the place. He's looking pretty okay, but there's something more that he needs. For some reason, this guy's just got a flag on his hat. I have no clue why he would have a flag on his hat, but maybe he's just happiest this way. He looks ridiculous. I'm debating whether or not I should take the flag up one and then put the pixel here like that. I think I'm gonna go with just that one. I kind of like him with the eyebrows. But what if his weapon is unlike any normal weapon that a creature like this would have? And his weaponry is unmatched because he has a magical feather duster, which is a weapon you've never seen before. I like the idea of it being like a helmet. Put his face like that. It's like he's like wearing a little acorn on his head. I don't understand the reasoning behind it, but he's wearing a giant acorn helmet with a flag on the top of it, and he's attacking people with his crazy feather duster. So coming back to this dude, I think I like his face the most, so I think I'm going to actually just alter this guy's face to be really simplistic and tiny. So we're just gonna do kind of like that. This guy's ridiculous. Now he truly looks amazing. He kind of looks like some sort of genie, which is really funny. But here we have my little creature that I drew, inspired by the Dragon Quest book. And I would like you to go out and get inspired by things in your life and to just get drawing and practicing. Obviously what I drew isn't amazing and I'm not some professional artist, but I think it's very valuable for us as people, especially creatively, to just have little creative exercises that we do, just little bits of practice, just trying something new, doing something different, stepping out of our comfort zones. But thank you so much for watching. If you want to help me out, you can wishlist my game Jelly Fields in the description or become a member to support me. I'm gonna put the member names on the screen right now. Whoa! Thank you so much for watching. See you guys later. Bye-bye.